was going out there to say goodbye to Madison, but she'd already left. Oh, he was looking for you. Here.
Oh, is he?
Was. I thought he's already gone, though.
Okay. Hunter.
We wanted to say something to you.
Okay, how about Dick?
Leaving out?
Something special about Dick.
Taking off children home.
I didn't give you a hug.
First, just whatever. Anything you think of.
What about your locket?
Where was your favorite place you traveled to with Dick?
You changed so much. You've grown up since last time I saw you. What's your name? Paisley. Paisley. Okay.
Alaska?
Alaska. Okay.
Yeah. It was mine, but it wasn't his.
Was it? Well, she asked yours. What was your favorite?
I liked Alaska, but next would have been Ireland.
So did he go to Ireland with you?
No, he did not.
Okay. Did he go though?
No.
He'd never been.
Yeah.
Huh.
She went with that. He went to Austria without me, and he enjoyed it. And he said, "We're going to go back to Austria. You would love Austria."
Yeah.
But we never did.
Yeah.
Or just some of our travels.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a fun guy.
Yeah.
Well, he traveled all the way up the East Coast.
Yeah.
What about the Rock House?
Yeah. Naomi went with us to the Rock House.
Where's the Rock House at?
It's in Wisconsin.
Oh, you went too?
Yeah, it was right after Jerry died.
We were trying to get her away for a little bit, and Dick and I wanted to go on their anniversary to see it. We'd already been there once, and wanted to go back, and asked Naomi if she would go with us. So we went there and stayed 2 or 3 nights.
What is the Rock House? What is the Rock
A
House?
rock house is this guy who took it upon himself to build his own house up on on a mountain, on a hill.
Oh.
And he had to carry them up, most of it on his back.
Wow.
Rock house. I'll have to send you
Built it
the
like
video.
into the trees.
Remind me to send them the video. I have a video.
Is that still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go to the
Yeah,
Rock
it's like
House.
I believe it's the world's largest carousel.
Yeah.
Oh my
Man,
goodness.
He was
collected
eccentric.
Very eccentric.
A lot of interesting places.
I would like to
Each
go to
room
that.
had its own theme.
Uh-huh. What, did you stay there?
Not at the building. No.
Okay.
Can you stay there?
I don't. Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Not that I know of. And there's a couple of Frank Lloyd Wright houses in
Yes.
Wisconsin that we wanted to see, but every time we went, they were closed. So we didn't get to see them.
Did you go, isn't there one in Pennsylvania?
Yes. the
Did you go to
Yeah.
Living Waters?
Living Waters. We've been there a couple of times, and that's the most outstanding.
Yeah.
That's really
What is
thing.
that?
In Pennsylvania.
What is that?
A house that Frank Lloyd Wright built.
Oh,
Over
I remember the
falling
pictures.
waters.
Yeah.
It's over falling waters.
Yeah. Oh, is it,
Isn't that by Frank Lloyd Wright?
yeah.
So do you like the water or the mountains?
I prefer mountains. I don't care for water. But I like the
Thank you.
beach.
Yeah.
You like shells? Yeah.
I'm like you.
Yeah.
Good.
I prefer mountains.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
But I like the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to walk the beach.
Did you like Charleston? Did you like Charleston? Didn't you
Yes,
go to
I
Charleston?
did like Charleston. Yeah.
I thought you did.
We both
Cause you,
enjoyed the carriage ride.
Bye, y'all.
bye Nina, I love ya. Bye girls.
Good to see you, Tina.
Say bye to my camera. Oh, you're welcome.
Beautiful quilt.
Love you.
It's not gonna get there.
You know, I've really never been to Charleston. I've been, but just briefly through, and I want to go down through there, but just really briefly. First time I ever seen the ocean was at Charleston.
I guess for Mom, I would say her thoughtfulness is the most outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, for one thing, if you wanted to borrow 50 cents from her, she usually gave you 75 cents.
want to go to the beach.
But if you wanted to borrow a half a dollar from Dad, he'd say, "What for? Do you really need it?"
That's me.
But that's the, Mom and Dad were just the opposite.
That would be me. I need to be more like Grandma.
But she was very giving.
I remember one time you came in and
No way.
you must have already left because she had these row of needles with thread already in them. You'd have fixed them up for her, and I remember coming in and seeing that where you had all fixed it up for her so she could sew.
She says,
But
"Well,
she couldn't
Johnny
see.
tries to thread these for me, so he can't see."
And I would think about Grandma'd ask us to thread them, and I'd just laugh and think, "Can't you see that?" And now I can see.
Now
I
you
get
know
it.
what she went through.
And not only that, but remember when her heels would hurt? And I'd think, why are your heels hurting? Now my heels hurt if I sit in the same, and I think, it's all coming back at me, all those things.
Me and Pam were walking in the field.
Were you?
Hot out there.
What about her humming? Grandma's humming. Did she hum all the time?
Took a little look.
Oh, yeah, right.
No, she liked to sing too.
Did she?
Yeah, she did like to sing when she was busy doing something.
Yeah.
And I picked up that habit of humming, or at least Slade says I did. When I'm
Yeah.
busy in the kitchen doing something, I'm always humming. I don't sing.
You hum too? You're a hummer?
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Anybody else a hummer?
Stay away.
Hummer? You hum? Like Grandma?
Jill's a hummer.
When I'm doing
Sheila?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I sing. I do more singing.
Wilma said that Grandma did sing
Yeah,
more.
Mom sings.
Yeah, but it's humming a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But she sings a
Later
lot,
years,
too.
Mom
Yeah.
sang that great Titanic.
Yeah.
She did her to do that.
Yeah.
But that's when we asked her to do that.
Yeah.
When she was older. Yes.
Yeah. What was Grandma's favorite song?
Amazing Grace.
Do you know?
I remember One Day at a Time. I don't know whose face you're looking at.
One day at a time.
I think Dad just
Tell me
told
his
the
name
valley.
again. One of them.
I was like, whose name?
I see you guys weren't too concerned about it.
I don't know that song. Tell me his name again.
Like, you know, something like lilies, because there was always lilies on the bank.
Yeah, look at that. Nobody cared.
And Dad said that Grandpa liked the Great Speckled Bird, right?
Oh, did you? How about that?
The Great Speckled Bird.
Yeah, solved it. You were just thinking it.
Really? Could Lilburn sing?
Every time Bill can go on the silverware, it was excellent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
On the other cake, too.
Yeah, he played guitar.
So he was. I do remember the guitar.
Yeah?
I don't remember how he sung, but I remember playing
I don't remember singing either.
Yes.
Lilburn.
Oh, yeah.
He had a good voice.
Bird and,
He did.
Very good.
What was the other one he'd say?
Lilburn did.
There you go, for Daddy. I found that one. Now I'm trying to find a lid for that.
I think it's on the stove.
Okay. There was one more that Daddy liked to hear, and I can't remember.
Did he make you all learn the 23rd Psalm? Was that something that he wanted you all to do, or when did he start doing that? Did he always read the 23rd Psalm when he got up?
Yeah, but
No, it's when they
the
went to
main
bed.
thing,
I thought it was when he got up.
Anytime, because he'd always have me read.
It was open up. It was opened all the time, wasn't it?
Here, they would do it at night. Grandma and Grandpa would do it together.
Let's see, I don't remember that.
I read it to him when he was in the hospital, when we learned all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grandma
By his
said
bedside,
she
read it
played
to him.
the psalm.
Oh,
They
that's
would
good
do it
memory.
together
I know.
at night.
yeah,
I didn't know about that.
solid, read so, a lot of times at the end of the night, we read the Bible to us and had prayer, around the table, around there.
So you grew up doing that.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and we always had pray. He was great dismissing you from the table too, if you, yeah. I got to sit away more than once. Well, Hubert Ruth would get me laughing.
Okay.
Don't fall. And they would tell something, and I was the giggle box. So he said, "Okay, Oklahoma, you're dismissed." And it was no fault, but I couldn't say anything, so I had to go sit in the living room. And till later. Yeah, that's a true story.
The table was
What
right
did he
here.
call you?
But they was
Nakahoma.
Nakahoma.
Okay, so what is everybody else's nickname?
Mine's Nakahoma, so I don't know what everybody.
Did you have a nickname, Mama? Nekahomas.
He called Wilma he called her Eunice. He called me Joyce Hester.
Well, that's when you put, two names in.
Yeah.
A lot of times,
And
what were you?
Wilma was
Yeah.
Nakahomas.
Yeah.
Harold was Hairley Boy.
Hairly boy.
Hairley Boy.
That was Mom. That wasn't
Yeah.
Dad.
What Grandpa call you?
He just slapped me and told me to straighten up.
He called me
Call me.
Mom. Yeah.
Did he use his hat?
And Faye, Harold.
Did he use his hat?
Did he use his hat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take his hat and
But
swatch
he
it.
used the back of his hand and burned.
Oh,
What about
Yeah,
The
that?
hat was just
What about,
so
did
Yeah,
Gerald
Chuck
have a
had the-
nickname?
Does Dad have a nickname?
Huh?
Does Dad have a nickname?
Mom called him
I don't
Gerald.
know all
Shirley
their
Boy and-
names,
Yeah, I remember that.
Hairly boy. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember her calling him that.
He always
Now,
did.
Did
Gerald.
Ruth have a nickname? What would you make out of Ruth?
What was Ruth's middle name?
Lutilda.
Lutilda.
Oh, so she was named after Louis.
After Mom.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know. I didn't put that
Yeah.
together.
See that washboard that's hanging in there in that bathroom?
Yeah.
The little washboard that's hanging
Yeah, I
on
know
the
the one
wall.
you're talking
That's
about.
Ruth's.
Yeah.
That was Ruth's.
Hmm.
Right.
Did Hubert have a nickname? He called me Starlay. What'd he call you? He called you something.
Called Pam,
Becky
called
Ann.
Pam Amelia.
Oh, that's so funny. I called my friend Familia. And I never had thought. Yeah. I didn't know.
See? Amelia.
Yeah. I never knew anybody else. She just, I don't know, I just called her that.
Oh, see?
That's
He called
crazy.
Kimmy Sue, Indian girl.
Oh, wow.
Little Indian girl. Don't know why. Pam looked
She
more
had
like
dark
an Indian.
hair.
She was more
She had real dark hair.
Pam
Yeah.
did too.
And I don't know if that was, but that's what he did. So,
Huh.
reminded me.
Hubert, I don't.
And she likes
remember a
Indians.
nickname for him.
And she likes
Yeah,
Indian
Indian
dolls and things like that. Can you see that?
She does? Well, that's very interesting. Does anybody have a special memory they want to share? About anything? Yeah? more special memories? Yeah, you did. Yeah,
My
which was
special
good.
memory about Grandpa was when I was, I don't know how young I was. I'm saying 9 or 10.
Uh-huh.
And we were over at Grandma Brandenburg's on a little family trip, and I was doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do, like swing too high. We were at a park, and Mom said, "Don't be swinging that high, you're gonna hurt yourself." And I said, "No, I'm not." So I just kept swinging higher. About that time, I twisted my neck wrong, and I went in severe pain. I
Oh.
was like crying, carrying on. She said, "I told you not to swing that high." Anyway, so they did all kinds of stuff, put all kinds of towels. But we were coming here, and I said, "Well, when I get here, Grandpa's gonna pray for me, and I'll be all right." So when I got here, he's like, I had these big towels and everything. I mean, I was like, Grandma, I was going on about, I couldn't straighten up, I was crying. And he goes, "Well, what's wrong with you?" I said, "I don't know, I hurt my neck." And I said, but I know you'll help me. You're going to pray for me, and I'm going to be all right. So I sat right there in the chair, and he said, "Well, I'm going to pray for you." And he just laid his hand on my neck, and he prayed for me, and I was like nothing happened. And I go, "You healed me." And he goes, "I didn't heal you. I didn't heal you. God healed you." And I was like, and I said, "Well, thank you." Yeah, this is a good story. And I was like,
That's
it never
amazing.
happened. Yeah,
That-
lay his hands on me.
That's
We have a lot. Getting older. We always went to Grandma's Clary's on Christmas Day in the wagon and that. And this one Christmas morning, Dad and Mom said we couldn't go because Ruth was sick. She had real bad fever. And we was all sad because that was the big thing we looked forward to, going over to Grandma's and the wagon. And Dad and Mom prayed for her, and there was no time. She got better and we got
Wow.
to go. So,
Wow.
yeah, that's a true story. Because I remember that.
So when Grandpa prayed, but I have to tell you though, when I was in labor with Johnny on a Sunday morning, I called Grandma because I'd already been to the hospital and they said, "You're not in labor, go home." It was a Sunday morning right before church and I was laying on the floor in my living room and I called Grandma. I said, "You please pray for me." And she began to pray.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, those are good memories. That's some of the family tradition that we need to always remember. And there's so many things I think we bottle up and not let them out. But those some things there, because
Grandma always had this prayer class.
Yep.
I still have one somewhere in my belongings.
prayer class too.
That she prayed on. I think when I was trying to get pregnant, because I didn't know if I could have any kids, and I said, "Would you give me away your prayer class?" She said, "Yeah," and she prayed on it, and there she is.
In college.
When your grandparents start praying, the month they get to it and you have a baby. I mean, it's just like there's
She
few years
sent
between
prayer
that.
class to you in the mail.
Yeah.
Pray over them.
She was probably the quiet of the two in a sense, but she had a really deep faith. And something you had said to me yesterday, or today when we were out walking, you made a statement that you were called to do it, but you were not comfortable doing it. But yet, for 40 years, you remained faithful too. The call, yet uncomfortable. And isn't that what it's about? You know, being faithful even when you're uncomfortable. So, and that sounds like a lot like Grandma and Grandpa to me, and your mom.
Ruth would be so proud.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
she
she
was godly.
But,
Perfect.
I mean, Ruth, she was all her life. I'd say a saint.
I always
You
missed
shouldn't say that
her
about
because she was older,
She was
little older me, and I always
good
looked up
person,
to her.
a
So
Christian all her life.
I really missed her. And she was always, we got in the elevator in Cincinnati or something, and she'd always smack me in the back. Like run real hard. Say, "All right, now we'll straighten up there." You know, be bent over, I guess. So she was always, and here they accused her of having a bad posture and all that. You know, and she had cancer. And she could go all the way back and do all kinds of exercises right here. But she used to always smack me. "All right, now we'll straighten up there."
Well, don't you have a story about what was the story on the steps? Do you want to share that? When you all were coming down the steps, and Ruth.
No, I don't.
You don't want to share that one. Another time then, but that was so funny. That was so good because Ruth passed away just a couple of months after I was born, so I never knew her. We never knew her. Do you remember Ruth?
I remember going to Chicago once. I was little, but I don't know why I remember that. But we did go to Chicago,
Come up
didn't
when she was sick.
we? Yeah.
I was
She was
6
real
months pregnant with Mark,
You could have
Yeah.
and she died.
I don't know
And
why.
they wouldn't let me go up
No,
to
you
see her in
didn't.
the hospital up there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
you
came
born
to,
65.
We got lots of
Yeah.
visitors when she was sick.
yeah.
You would remember more than anybody. Cause were you 16?
Probably.
Down
Not as much as you think.
Yeah.
I was, let's see, when she died, I was
Jimmy was sitting next to
I
me.
was 16.
Yeah. Because I think trauma does that. You become traumatized during that time, and
Jimmy was sick.
That explains my whole
When I
life.
started slowing down.
I have a terrible memory.
Why I don't remember things. I've been traumatized.
Yeah, yeah. Seriously, yeah. It is. Yeah.
We took off.
What are they
No
doing?
cars nowhere, though. We run the red light.
She used to take care of me.
Uh-oh. Oh, Dad, what was you doing? I missed it.
Oh, God.
Yo, you were driving what?
He drive. You driving with Jimmy in the car,
Uh-oh. How old was Jimmy?
Coming back from seeing Ruth. Yeah, coming back from seeing Ruth. And Jimmy's in the car and everybody else is sleeping. So
Oh.
he was going to stop for a red light or a stop sign? Red light?
Yeah,
Red
it's
light.
painful.
Everybody goes,
Did you stop for it?
Oh, my.
Good stuff.
Almost.
I know his favorite saying was, I stopped so fast you couldn't tell.
I think
Well,
I
Jimmy
remember
stretched his legs out and ended up hitting the gas.
Oh.
He stomped his foot on the gas. He was sleeping. He just straightened out, hit the gas pedal. My foot on the gas pedal.
Oh.
We didn't stay stopped long.
Yeah. Pre seat belts and in your own place. How many people was in the car?
Everyone was sleeping stuff, right?
Oh goodness! Can you imagine now? Can you imagine that now?
No.
Oh.
I used to lay in the back seat.
Yeah.
Or not the back seat, but the back window. Because the sun was shining through, and I was like, I'll just lay up here in the back window. I sure did.
Oh, you were so tiny.
Yeah, I was very small, and I
Yeah.
well, so I just laid up there in the back. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
Like a cat.
No, no.
No seatbelt up there.
Like the cat. All curled up over there. Well, that was funny. All right, I'm gonna shut it down now.
Good.
All right.
Everybody's.
It's sad enough.
If you start again, I'm turning it back on though.
No, we won't.
I gotta go home. That went out to